Hello students, I am Dr. Akhilendra Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of Psychology, DAV PG College, Varanasi. Today I am going to discuss about character, strength and virtue. This topic is meant for the students of MA 4th semester Positive Psychology as well as for the students of PG Diploma in Counseling and Psychotherapy, paper Foundation of Counseling. So here we are discussing character, strength and virtue, classification and measurement. This positive psychology movement is basically led by the Martin Seligman, and Seligman noted that psychology was established to achieve three major goals. First goal of the psychology was to reduce the misery, second was to enhance the well-being of general population, and third one was to nurture the superior talent, identifying and nurture the superior talent. Psychology heavily focused on the first goal. In last 100 years, we are engaged in teaching and research only to reduce the misery in terms of to identifying different type of psychological problems. Other two goals, to enhance the well-being of general population and to identifying and nurture the superior talents, were neglected. So in positive psychology, we are focusing on the strength rather than weaknesses. What the strength is? As Linley and Harrington defined strength as a capacity for feeling, thinking and behaving in a way that allow optimal functioning in the pursuit of valued outcome. So strength best psychology is now the need of modern era, and we are trying to do some research and practice in positive psychology. So this topic, identifying and developing character strength, what is the character strength and what is virtue, and how these character strength and virtue can be classified and measured, is the main objective of this video lecture. Several attempts had been made for classifying the strength and virtue, and if we see the history, 500 BC, Confucius systematically addressed about the virtue, and Confucius identified 5 main virtues, namely Zen, Jen. Zen stands for humanity. Li, Li. Li stands for observance of rituals and custom. Xin, Xin. Xin stands for truthfulness. And Yi, Yi. Yi stands for duty or justice. And G, Ghi. It stands for wisdom. This was the initial attempt to classifying character, strength and virtue. And if we see, the 21st century has been mainly focused on the classification of illness. And two major classifications were worldwide accepted. First one was the World Health Organization lead International Classification of Disease, and it's the 10th edition and continue to evolve 11th edition, which was set to publish in 2015. And second major classification of the illness or mental disorder was conducted by American Psychiatry Association, Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, DSM, and now it is the 7th iteration. In this 7th iteration is known as DSM-5. ICD is broader in scope then the DSM. In that is a classification of all diseases included in the DSM, whereas ICD, whereas the DSM describe only the mental disorders. But currently, no any classification of the strength of positive outcomes has achieved worldwide use or acceptance. Some classification and measures, however, have been created, refined, and broadly disseminated in the last decades, and here we are going to discuss the three classification system of character, strength, and virtue. First one is the Gallop theme of talent, which was basically developed by Clifton and his colleagues in Gallop organization, as we measured by the Clifton Strength Finder and Clifton Youth Strength Explorer. Second classification is the Value in Action VIA classification of strength, which was basically developed by Peterson in Seligman, as measured by the adult and youth version of VIA inventory of strength. And third, the Search Institute's 40 developmental assets, which was developed by Benson and colleagues and measured by the Search Institute profile of the student's life, attitudes and behavior. So I am going to discuss here the Gallop theme of talent. This Gallop theme of talent was basically developed by the Donald Clifton, and Clifton studies success across a wide variety of business and education domain. He had been analyzing the success on a simple question: what would happen if we study what is the right people? Major assumption of Clifton research was based on his belief that the talent could be operationalized, studied, and attenuated in work and academic setting. Clifton defined talent as the naturally recurring pattern of thought, feeling, or behavior that can be predictively applied and manifested in life experiences characterized by earning, rapid learning, satisfaction, and timelessness. He considered these traits like raw material to be the product of normal, healthy development and successful child and adolescent experiences. Clifton viewed strength as an extension of talent. More precisely, the strength construct combines talent with association, knowledge and skill, and is defined as the ability to provide consistent, near perfect performance in a specific task. So, second assumption of Clifton research was that Clifton considered that success to be closely allied with the personal talent, strength, and analytical intelligence. Based on this belief, he identified hundreds of the personal talent that predicted success in work and academic. Moreover, he constructed empirically based semi-structured interview for identifying this talent. When developing these interviews, Clifton and his colleague examined the prescribed role of a person like students, salesperson, administration, and visited to the job site or academic setting, identified outstanding performance in these roles and settings, and determine the long-standing thought, feeling, and behavior associated with the situational success. These interviews also were useful in predicting positive outcome and subsequently were administered to more than 2 million people for the purpose of personal enrichment and employee selection. When considering the criteria of objective measure of talent in mid-90s, Clifton and his colleagues systematically reviewed the data in these interviews and identified about 3 dozen themes of talent involving enduring positive human qualities. Clifton first step of developing this Clifton Strength Finders as an outline measures. We can see the site www.strengthfinders.com was to construct a pool of more than 5,000 items. Selection of items was based on the traditional construct, content and criterion validity evidence, suggesting that the pool tapped underlying attributes, the full depth and breadth of content and the shared relationship and predictive power of respectively. A small pool was derived subsequently on the basis of item functioning. More specifically, the evidence used to evaluate the item pairs was taken from the data of over 100 predictive validity studies. Factor and reliability analysis were conducted in multiple samples to produce maximum theme information in an instrument of minimum length. Many set of the items were pilot studied, tested, and these with the strongest psychometric property were retained. In 1999, an online version of Clifton Strength Finder was launched. Last version had 35 themes. After several months of collection of data research, decided on the 180 item pairs, 360 items, and 256 of which are scored, and the 35 theme version currently available. Although some theme name has been changed since 1999, the theme definition and 180 item pairs have not been altered. Example of the item of Clifton Strength Finder is like, I got to know the people individually, and in the same pair on another dimension, I accept many types of people, and this is scale use 5-point response format from strongly describing me to neutral, and like this the subject have to respond on 360 items, or we can say 180 item pairs. So Clifton 34 Strength Finders themes are like achievers. People strong in achievers theme have a great deal in stamina and work hard. Second theme is activators. People strong in activators theme can make things happen by turning thought into action. Third theme is adaptability. People strong in adaptability theme prefer to go with the flow. Fourth theme is analytical. These people search for reason and cause. And fifth one is arranger. Arrangers are organized and flexible. Sixth theme is belief. These people strong in the belief theme have certain core value that is unchanging. Seventh is command. People strong in command theme have present. Eighth is communication. People strong in this communication is generally find easy there to convert their thought in words. And ninth is competition, and competition theme measure their progress against the performance of others. 10th theme is connectedness. Connectedness theme has a faith in link between all things. 11th is consistency. People strong in consistency theme are keenly aware of the need to treat people the same way. 12th is context. People strong in context theme enjoy thinking about past. 13th is deliberative. People strong in deliberative theme are best characterized by the serious care they take in making decisions or choices. 14th is developer. Developers theme recognize and cultivate the potentials in others. 15th is discipline, and this theme is enjoy the routine in the structural work. 16th theme is related to empathy. Empathy means sense of feeling of others people by imagining themselves in others' life and other situation. 7th theme is focus. This is related to the direction, follow through. And 18th theme is futuristic. People strong in this futuristic theme inspired by the future. And 19th theme is harmony. Harmony is look for consensus. theme 20 includers, and these are accepting the others. 22nd theme is individualization, and individualization theme are integrated with the unique quality of each person. 23rd theme is input, and people strong in input theme have a craving to know more. 24th theme is intellection. People strong in intellection theme are characterized by their intellectual activities, and 25th theme is learner, which show the individual desires to learn. 26th theme is maximizer. Maximizer focuses on the strength as a way to stimulate professional and group excellence. 27th theme is positivity. Strong positivity themes have an enthusiasm that is contagious. And 28th is relators. People strong in relator theme enjoy close relationship with others. 29th theme is responsibility. Responsibility is shown the psychological ownership of what you say, what you do. And 13th theme is retroactive. People strong in retroactive themes are adapt at dealing with the problems. 31st theme is self-assurance. People strong in self-assurance theme feel confident in their ability to manage their own life. And 32 theme is significance. Significance theme want to be very important in the eyes of others. 33 theme is strategic. People strong in strategic theme create alternative way to proceed. And last one is woo. Woo stand for the winning others over. People strong in the woo theme love the challenge of meeting new people and winning them over. They derive satisfaction from breaking the ice and making connection with the others. So these are the 34 themes which are identified by the Clifton Strength Finders. And if you talk about the reliability of Clifton Strength Finders, in last decades, extensive psychometric research on the Clifton Strength Finders was conducted by the Gallop organization, and they reported the sound psychometric properties of these strength finders. Especially the coefficient alpha is ranged from 0.55 to 0.81, and with the woo having the highest internal consistency and connection and restoration having the lowest. Regarding the stability of scale, most test correlations were above 0.70, which are acceptable in the range. If you talk about the validity of Clifton Strength Finder regarding the construct validity, the score intercorrelation support the relative interdependency of the themes, were showing that the 34 themes provide unique information. Finally, a study correlating Clifton Strength Finder themes with the big five personality construct like openness to experience, conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism, and provide initial evidence of the measure convergent validity. At the present, Clifton Strength Finders is available in 17th language, and it is modifiable for the individual with a disability. It is appropriate for the administration to adolescent and adult with the reading level at the 10th grade or higher, although it is used to identify personal talent. The related supporting material can help individuals discover how to build on their talent to develop the strength within their particular life role. But these instruments are not designed or validated for the use of employee selection and mental health screening. So we cannot use Clifton Strength Finder in screening purpose of mental health problems or selection interviews. If we talk about the another limitation of this Clifton Strength Finder is that the Clifton Strength Finder provides feedback on only 5 main themes, 5 signature themes, and the rest of the themes were not categorized. So no, people cannot know about overall their level of their theme. Gallop has developed a new talent classification system and measure that the appropriate for children and youth, age 10 to 14 years, and this is called Clifton Youth Strength Explorer and was released in 2016. The Strength Explorer developers believe that knowledge about young people's strength will help in directing their energies in maximize their potential. The version of Strength Explorer tested in Summers of 2005 tab 10th theme: achieving, caring, competing, confidence, dependability, discovering, future thinking, organizing, present and relative. When respondents complete the measure, they receive a youth workbook summaries their top 3 theme and including action items that exercise that, if completed, could help you capitalize on their strength. Parents and educators guides also are available so that caregiver can help youth in developing their positive characteristics. Psychometric report detail of reliability and validity of the measures were also available. So this is the research done by the Clifton Strength Finder in Gallop organization. This is the Gallop Strength Finders which we generally use to measure the strength, character, strength and virtue. So hope you understand about the first classification, and we will discuss next classification in next video, that is based on VI value in action. Okay, thank you.